21 Local News presents We Are Southern Colorado, Tri-Lakes.
Good morning. Welcome to Fox 21 Morning News. It is Friday, March 24th. I'm Abby Burke.
And I'm Julie Wilson in for Craig Coffey.
Let's go.
I feel like I'm back in high school.
Yeah.
This is about how I was at the start of the day in high school.
Yeah, it's, I don't know about you ladies, but it's been a long week, like having to go to the station to get the weather stuff done and all of that and then get out. So, you know, I'm excited to actually be with you guys this week. I feel like I missed you.
Yeah. Who are you?
I know,
Where are
right?
you
Like
from?
I need to introduce myself to everybody. But it's been awesome being up in the Tri-Lakes this week, and very, very cool to be in a high school. The energy that we'll have as the kids are coming in this morning will be really, really fun. So we're excited about that. And we're going to talk about all things Lewis Palmer High School and Lewis Palmer District 38 as we head through the morning. Good morning, everyone. We are wrapping up our We Are Tri-Lakes week here at Lewis Palmer High School in District 38, the home of the Rangers. And we're in the heart of the high school right now, looking down the second floor little hallway here. Some of the things that you see at a high school, so many activities going on, lots of flyers up. We are actually up above the Commons right now, of course, where the center of activity is, both before, during, and after school. Lunches happen in here, lots of homework as well. And over the next, about 90 minutes or so, we'll start seeing Lewis Palmer High School come to life, and that'll be fun to share with you. We are here in the main foyer of Lewis Palmer High School with the principal this morning. Bridget O'Connor is with us. Bridget, thank you for having us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you for coming.
You've been the principal here for 4 years, but you are also an alumni, which is pretty cool. And I'm going to just go out on a limb and guess that you played some sports when you were here.
That is correct.
Maybe a little bit of volleyball and basketball?
Yes, and soccer.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about what makes Lewis Palmer great. I mean, you got to experience it as a student, but how is it now being the principal and kind of having a little bit different perspective from when you were a student here?
Well, some of the things are the same. So we pride ourselves on just family and tradition and obviously excellence in academics and athletics, yes, and also the arts. And then we also have really changed quite a bit in innovative programs. We offer a construction program, which you will see later today, and a robust CTE offerings, as well as Project Lead the Way, so kids can get started on biomedical careers, just a lot more pathways that exist today than when I was here.
Yeah, and I think that's something that's changed in American education over the last 15 years is we were on this model for a while of college for everybody, but we realized that people are on different paths, and some kids know that they maybe don't want to go to college or they want to work with their hands, and they know that early on. So while we're in high school now, we're serving them a little more directly.
Yeah, and that was feedback we heard from students loud and clear, is we need to have a pathway for everyone and honor everyone and help them find what they're interested in and help them get there, not just the college-bound students.
And obviously it's the staff, your teachers that help really put that into play. Tell me about your staff here at LP.
I just love my staff. They're very dedicated. We have several alumni who have also come back to teach. My dad was a teacher here for 30 years, so this truly is home, and there's just an expectation of excellence in our staff, and they will do anything and everything for our students because our students truly are amazing.
Yeah, when I was in District 49, that's one of the things I got to see, that really it is a labor of love. All hours of the day, they believe in these kids, they cheer for these kids, they give their all to these kids. So cool to hear that here at LP. That's how it is. Anything else that you would like anyone watching to know this morning about Lewis Palmer before I jump into weather?
Well, it's the Friday before spring break in a large comprehensive high school. So it should be quite an adventure. Everyone's really ready for break, but you hopefully are going to see our home. And welcome to our home, and hopefully you enjoy the morning. We sure enjoy what we do here at LP, and people talk about the vibe when they walk in the door, and hopefully you will see some of that. firsthand.
Awesome. And students will be getting here over about the next, I don't know, hour to 90 minutes or so, or
Not
quicker than that?
not till 7:30.
7:30. There you go. So I don't even know what time it is right now. My hours all run together. This has been a treat. Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate it.
I can't believe it. I'm Abby Burke, Chief Meteorologist Matt Meiser. We're coming to you live from Lewis Palmer High School this morning. Excited to be here. You've been up in here all week, enjoying
awesome.
The Tri-Lakes area, and now we get to enjoy it too.
Yeah, and the kids will get here over the next 90 minutes. The principal who I interviewed last hour was telling me that, hey, it's the Friday before spring break. It's going to be a little extra wild. It's like, that's why we're here. That's what we want, right?
We're contributing to the chaos.
Yeah, exactly. But they have heard about us, and so we're actually kind of removed from the students a little bit this morning.
They have heard about us.
As the sun comes up, we'll see the Rampart Range back behind us through the window, so it should be a fun morning. Hey, we are here in the music room at Lewis Palmer High School, and we are here with Teresa Phillips, who is the acting board president. You know, on these live shows, we're out of our normal element in the studio, so sometimes, you know, things happen. But thank you for being here with us this morning. We appreciate it. They told me that you love music and obviously the arts, something that is important not just here at Lewis Palmer High School, but across all of District 38.
Oh, good morning. Thank you. Yes. Yes, we celebrate our musicians every day in D38. Among our 6,600 kids, we have many who excel both in band and choral programs, and that's illustrated by the number of students we've had who have been selected for our state ensembles this year.
Nice, which is kind of the honors, the recognition of the music students. So you're the acting president of the board right now, and one of the functions, obviously, of a board of education is to make sure that sort of the values of the larger community are kind of upheld through the school system. How's that happen in D38?
You know, we strive as a board and as a leadership team to really drive forward with a collaborative effort. And with that, we work with underneath a long-term strategic plan that's been very effective at helping all of us formulate our actions and also communicate those both not just with our staff and our students, but also with the larger community.
Yeah, it's an extension of the community for sure, but funding is a big challenge for every school district in Colorado. What are sort of the biggest needs that you guys have right now in terms of maybe being a little bit short on money versus, you know, what you ideally would like to have?
Sure. We're a district of distinction, and we're not immune to the teacher shortages across the country and across the state of Colorado, but we are additionally challenged because our compensation is lower than our peers in our region, almost at the lowest in the region. So we are doing everything we can to find efficiencies where we can for every dollar, but we're also looking at a forward process that's collaborative with our community so that everybody is informed and educated and knows what it will take to narrow that gap in compensation and bring our teachers in this local area to parity.
Yeah, and the funding, how it works in a local school district is really complicated because there's a state stream and then there's a local stream as well. You can apply for grants and that sort of thing. So it's an ongoing process, and I know in particular for the Board of Education, something that you spend a lot of time focusing on.
Yeah, it sure is. And you know, we move forward to help inform our community, but it does take engagement from our constituents, and we're hoping as much as we can to increase that communication and that collaborative effort as we move forward.
Before we let you go this morning, tell us what makes District 38 great?
Oh, I think the students by far make the district shine. We have not just wonderful students, but the staff and teachers that support them every day. And our motto is every student, every day, and we work toward that.
Well, I know that from the boardroom to the classroom where we are this morning, you guys live out those ideals in District 38. Thank you for the role that you play for the community as the acting board president, and thanks for having us here this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Good morning. Welcome to Fox 21 Morning News, a special edition. We're coming to you live from Lewis Palmer High School this morning on this Friday, March 24th. I'm Abby Burke.
And I'm Julie Wilson in for Craig Coffee. We were talking, we feel like very much like high school.
I feel like I'm back in my journalism TV class.
Like group.
Yes.
You know, it's starting to come to life down there. We're seeing some teachers walk around the hallways. They've got music at the front door. There's a whole welcome crew because today, last day before spring break, so everybody's got this.
They got music going. They've got a live live news show going here. Today, I feel like the word is chaos.
Yeah, it is
High
a little
school.
bit. Well, we saw some chaos in the last hour or two.
No, you were practicing your music with us.
We were going to come up with a bit. Teresa was telling me that she's a violinist and a musician,
Oh.
so we were going to figure out something to do, and then all of a sudden
jam.
you get one of those TVs like, you know, hey, you're on.
Hey, start talking, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We should do that now, as a matter of fact, so we don't get too behind the 8 ball this hour. We are wrapping up We Are Tri-Lakes Week here at Lewis Palmer High School this morning in District 38. We are out in front of the school, and I've kind of been just running around finding different things to show you this morning, and I'm like, let's go outside and check out the Ranger that was donated by the classes of 93 and 94, and I realized that I didn't have a coat, and it's cold this morning, and so look at that. They took care of me. I got a District 38 coat on right now. Pretty cool here that they've rolled out the welcome mats for us as the students arrive on this Friday morning. We are here at the front of Lewis Palmer High School this morning, and I am here with John Hudson, who I think your official title is the head of security here at the high school, right?
Yes.
John, tell us a little bit about your background, because you have an extensive history in law enforcement.
I do. I started my law enforcement career in Los Angeles County in 1994. Did 15 years there, lateral to the Denver Police Department when we moved out here to Colorado, and I ended my career in the town of Monument as the police commander.
Awesome. And so in retirement now, you've been doing this for a year and a half, and your kids have gone through the school system here in District 38, so you have a real close tie to the school.
Absolutely. I knew that the day that I pulled the plug and decided to retire from law enforcement, there was one job that I was going to do, and it was going to be security at Lewis Palmer, District 38. Both of my kids went through. They went to Ray E. Kilmer. They went to Lewis Palmer Middle School, and both of them graduated here from Lewis Palmer High School. So it was a no-brainer. When it was time to stop being a police officer, this was where I was going to work.
And in just a few minutes that we've had together, I can tell that you're a fun guy. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of security protocols at every school across the state of Colorado and across the nation. So I want to focus on right now, like the biggest part of your job, I think, or maybe the most important, is not just keeping the kids safe, but it's relationship that you have with the kids.
Absolutely. The biggest thing for the entire security team is relationships. Once you can establish those relationships with the kids, they then feel comfortable coming to you and talking about things that they saw or things that they heard. Obviously Safe to Tell is huge throughout the entire state of Colorado, but they do feel comfortable coming to the security team because of the relationships that we built with them.
What's the most fun thing that you have experienced in your year and a half as the director of security here?
It seems like every single day I go home and my right hand is bright red from the amount of high fives I get from the kids, not only walking through the halls, but when they check in. Every day I come to work, I love my job. I love these kids. I have two of my own. When I took this job, I inherited and adopted another 1,100 students here. So I love every day that I interact with these kids.
And I love it. I could just see the smile in your eyes and the excitement. It has been a pleasure to meet you this morning, my friend. Thank you for everything that you and the team do on a daily basis. We appreciate it. That's John. This is the front of Lewis Palmer High School. Let's send it back upstairs to the ladies who have more news of the day. Ladies, we'll send it back to you.
We're coming to you live from Lewis Palmer High School, who has been kind enough to host us all morning long. Here to tell us about the school is Greg Saunders. You're the assistant principal here.
Correct.
You've been here for a few years now. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Thanks for having me.
And what do you love about the area? What do you love about the school the most?
You know, I think what you're going to hear a lot is the family feel. And when you think about family, you think about home. There's the staff here. They care so much about the kids. They want to give them so many opportunities to succeed in life, providing pathways for them, whether it's in business or in the trades, or providing advanced placement courses and that kind of thing, just to make sure that they succeed. And you can just tell I know our principal earlier talked about the vibe. It's totally true. Yeah. When I came from Minnesota, I came from a school about the same size, and I wanted to make sure I had the same kind of feel, and it's even better.
Yeah, let's talk about the size of the student. How many students attend this school, and are they from the area, or you bring them in from all over?
Yeah, they're basically from the area, but several choice in as well. We have about 1,100 students, between 275 and 300 per grade level.
Okay. That's the size school I went to, and I love that size. It's such a perfect size.
Right.
Yeah, I went to school. There was like 4 people and 7 goats. So it is nice to see a little bit more. What is Lewis Palmer High School known for? If there's one thing that this high school is known for, it is what?
Yeah, I would say it is that community feel for sure. I mean, as soon as you step into the building, you can just tell from the moment that they walk in, the staff and the students, it is so energizing. When the students, like when I go to a pep assembly, I get chills just because the community sense that they have. The students start cheering and do their chants. There's nothing like it. It's just a great opportunity to be a part of that.
Why do you think the students have such pride in this school?
It's built in. Really, it's history. It's tradition. We have something called class, which is character, leadership, academics, school involvement, and service to community. We talk about that constantly. We celebrate it throughout the school year. We have awards for that at the end of the year. So it's just that history and tradition that's been built in over the years.
And I think that plays really well into your core pillars of excellence. Let's walk us through why those are so important. Because you mentioned class, character, leadership, academic achievement, service to the community, school involvement. You guys have all of that here.
Yeah, and it's not just the administrators who are talking about it. It's the teachers, it's the community members, and we really want to bring that out to the community, and the community in turn gives it to us. We have business relationships with Home Depot, Phillips Corp. We also have Rosie's Diner through the Entrepreneur. It's really cool that they're doing some fun things between the two. We had a public defender come in and speak to our street law class. So it is really a community event, really, at the school here. It's amazing to be a part of.
We have been talking about Rosie's a lot this morning.
We've heard a lot about Rosie's. We're going to check it out ourselves. I've heard the Rangers pretty good athletes, too. Tell us about some of the sports opportunities here.
Yeah, there's plenty of opportunities for sports. And obviously, you're going to be in the gym in not too long and see some of the banners that are hanging around. When I first came here a few years ago, when I walked through the gym, I was like, oh my goodness, that's intimidating with all the banners that are hanging in there and walking down the hall with all the trophies. So yeah, it's fun. Like I said, and the students do a great opportunity or do a great job celebrating it too. We have a huge Rowdy Ranger group. That's a club or an activity that they have, and they just cheer, and you could just tell that they're the extra person on the field or on the court.
They're full
sure.
of school spirit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep.
On top of that, you can't beat the view you have here at the high school. That's quite phenomenal, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure. It beats Minnesota. Just having the mountains in the background, it's just.
I feel the same way being from Missouri. We have the Ozark Hills, and they are just hills.
So if someone wants to learn more about the school and the school district, where's the best place to go?
Yeah, they can come in and ask. They can come and go for a tour at the building. Just reach our main office, or they can contact the district as well.
Well, thank you for taking time out of your busy day. I know you guys are headed into spring break. Probably looking forward to that.
I think everybody's ready for spring break.
Talk about Rowdy Rangers today,
yes.
right?
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. We are here in the Ranger Tutoring Center this morning, and I am here with 3 tutors who are going to tell us a little bit about students helping students here at Lewis Palmer High School. So we just ran from one side of the high school to the other, so I need you to introduce yourselves to me here.
Hi, I'm Madison.
I'm Taylor.
And I'm Alex.
All right, so Madison, Taylor, and Alex. Let's start with you, Madison. Why have you chosen to be a tutor?
I really want to make a difference at my school, and I've loved just being able to help students with anything that they may need.
Okay. And Taylor, for you, do you find that there is an important connection, a sort of relationship between students that maybe helps facilitate the extra learning?
I feel like there definitely is. We definitely learn a lot of information about kids that can be sensitive, so there has to be a lot of trust between us and the kid.
Okay. And how long have both of you been tutors?
About a year.
Okay. And what about you?
2 years.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about the training that you undergo to be a tutor here at LPHS.
Yeah, so we do a lot of social emotional training along with just a little bit of academics. So we get to learn about how to treat students in certain situations because we work with a wide variety of different types of clients. And yeah, we really focus on the social emotional part because it's really us creating connections with the students rather than strictly academics.
Well, that's really cool. So even as students, you guys are kind of serving the whole student instead of just, hey, let's jump into chapter 4 or whatever we're doing. Alex, I'm going to ask you, do you have a couple areas of subject that you focus on as a tutor, or do you do a little bit of everything?
For me, I do a little bit of everything, kind of like they were talking about. It's really about the connection and the trust being built between the students and having them kind of learn to be capable for themselves in school. So I kind of am like a jack of all trades tutor. But
Okay, well that means you're a good student. Let me ask you what grades all of you are in. What grade are you?
I'm a senior.
I'm a senior.
I'm a junior.
Okay, so upperclassmen, and is it mostly underclassmen that you help, or is it all age ranges?
Typically it's underclassmen, but we are open to helping all grades.
Okay, and then Alex, I'll ask you, in the tutoring sessions, is it one-on-one, or is it small group, or can you help a whole math class? How does that work?
Typically it's one-on-one. We have tried a few times doing group activities, but I find that it works best to do one-on-one because you can really focus on the student that needs help.
Okay, and then Taylor, last question, is the tutoring something that happens during specific times of the school day, or is it just a before or after school thing, or is it a little bit of everything?
So kids can come in whenever they have time. We typically get underclassmen when they have their study hall period,
Okay.
but if upperclassmen want help, they can come on an off period or after school if they don't have anything. So just whatever fits in their schedule best.
Well, how amazing are these kids? I am super impressed with all of you. In fact, I shouldn't call you kids. You're young adults, right? That is awesome. Students helping students here at LPHS. If that doesn't make you smile as a parent crew, better check your pulse. I don't know what's wrong with you. We are going to take a short break. We'll be back with more from Lewis Palmer High School as we celebrate the Tri-Lakes. And we are in the library, and check it out. Many of us have probably read that when we were in high school. I just pulled it out of the fiction section here in the library. There are students behind me that are studying, so I'm going to be a little bit quiet here now that the school day is underway. The Rangers doing one more day of hard work before they get a break here for spring break next week, and lots of districts in southern Colorado heading towards spring break. So let's talk about the forecast.
Good morning. Welcome to Fox 21 Morning News. It is Friday, March 24th. I'm Julie Wilson in for Craig Coffey.
And I'm Abby Burke, along with Chief Meteorologist Matt Meister. We are Tri-Lakes this week. We are Southern Colorado. Been having fun hanging out at Lewis Palmer High School all morning long. You've been out and about with the kids, the staff.
Yeah, you guys are like locked down in here.
Yeah. They knew where to put us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been fun to see the energy as students have come into the building this morning. You guys missed out on these kids that are tutoring other kids, and so I love how everybody's involved. Everybody's pulling in the same direction.
They say
here
it's a
at
family
LPHS.
vibe here.
It is, and we've been checking out that vibe. We've got one more hour to go, so let's get to it here on this Friday morning. We are Tri-Lakes. We're here at Lewis Palmer High School, and check this out, crew. This took 3.5 months to build with 600 pounds of scrap from the shop. Some students worked on this, part of the welding class. This thing's got some style. I tell you what, I dig it a lot. It's fun sitting on this thing this morning. And this is the only kind of motorcycle I'm allowed to drive anymore, or ride, I guess I should say. Because one time I took my, inadvertently, my father-in-law's three-wheeled Harley over a fire pit on accident when we were camping, and that wasn't good. So if I just stay on the things that don't actually have engines, I do a little bit better. We are going to talk to some of the students and staff about their construction program here at LP coming up in just a little bit. We are here in the, I'll call it the construction yard of Lewis Palmer High School, and I'm going to start with Andy Vries, who is one of the instructors here. Andy, tell me a little bit about the pathway at LPHS that involves construction.
All right, our construction pathway actually involves 3 different things. One is welding, one is woodworking, and then the construction pathway. We start out with geometry and construction for our first year, where the kids actually tie in their math and their geometry into the building. Okay. And then the second year program, we try and teach as many of the sub-trades as possible, just to put as many things in front of the kids to get them excited about being in the trades, and kind of there's such a shortage of people in the industry that we started this 4 years ago with 1 class, and now we're up to 4 classes of this. So
that's pretty cool. I'm going to come over here to some of the students now while Dimitri maybe takes us into the greenhouse that they built. I have Sydney and Landon here. Sydney, what grade are you in? And tell me a little bit about your experience in the construction program.
I'm a junior. I did construction 1 last year, so the construction geometry, and then I did it again this year. Okay. For construction 2, which is all of like the sub trades, and then my freshman year I did welding. So I've done a bit of everything that's involved in what Varese puts on.
And what do you find that you like about it?
I just like that it's not just your typical class. You don't just sit at a desk and learn, like you're learning stuff that has something to do with the real world, so you can use it outside of school.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense to me. Landon, what about you? Same question. What's your journey on the construction pathway been like?
You know, I've always enjoyed construction a lot. It's just something that I really like hands-on stuff. And so
Wait. What do you mean you've always enjoyed it a lot? Like from Legos when you were a little kid, or what do you mean?
Yes, I actually have a very big Lego collection. I love Legos.
That makes sense. There you go.
Yeah.
Keep going. Sorry.
No, you're all good. No, I've loved it. And so when I showed up, Mr. Varese had this class running, and so I thought, I mean, why not? It sounds like fun. So yeah, I've taken this class for 2 years, and it's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of hands-on stuff, and I think, like Sydney said, it really prepares you for the real world.
Okay, so I'm going to come over here a little bit so I can kind of look at the greenhouse that you built. Tell me a little bit about that process. How long does it take to build these? And like, do you take them apart and do it again, or do they go somewhere? What happens to them?
So we deliver them to clients. We set them up on like Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that. And we deliver them to the clients who want to buy them. They can customize them, and then each group, they'll deliver one greenhouse. And then over the summer, there's an internship that Mr. Varese runs, and I actually did that last year. It's a lot of fun. You go during the summer, you get some credits, you get some money, and you can build the greenhouses, and then you deliver them. And I think it teaches you a lot of good skills for construction, a lot of good communication with customers, stuff like that. So yeah, I really enjoy it.
Good business skills as well. If someone's interested in maybe getting one of these on their place, Sydney, how can they do that?
There is a list of people who want one, and they go through Mr. Varese for that.
Okay, so you can get a hold of the high school here, LPHS, and maybe you want to do some gardening, extend the growing season out a little bit. The students here at LPHS can help you with that. And check this out, crew. We'll send you to break with this here, back to the studio, because look what the welders did for us. They made a little Ranger there. They got the Fox21 News LP. What a cool morning. We're getting gifts now, ladies. I'll bring that upstairs to you. And for now, we'll send it back to you up on level 2. All righty, we are in the LPHS gym, and I love that the principal said, oh, it's going to take a long time to show all of the banners that we have in here, so we're going to give you the opportunity to check them out. Lewis Palmer is in the Pikes Peak Athletic Conference. You can see there on the bottom, boys basketball state champions just last year, and I am joined with 2 of their basketball players right now. We have Mikey and JJ with us here this morning. Gentlemen, I think I got you out of class, so I was going to thank you for being with me, but you should probably actually thank me now that I think about it. JJ, we'll start with you. Let's talk about athletics at LP and kind of what that means to the student body here.
Athletics at LP just brings a sense of community. Coming to all those games at 7 p.m. brings all the students out, and it forms a family bond.
Right, that then you can kind of take that into the classroom in the hallways the next day. What class are you in?
Right now I'm off.
Well, okay, so it's good timing, but I mean, like, are you a senior? Okay. Have you been playing basketball all 4 years here at LP?
I've been playing basketball since my sophomore year, which is when I came to the school.
Okay, awesome. Let's go over here to Mikey. Mikey, talk a little bit about the basketball program here at LPHS. Obviously, state champions just a season ago. You guys have a rich history here.
Yes, there's been a lot of great coaches, a lot of great players who come through here. But for our program, we focus on not only the basketball aspect, but that who you are as a young man and building like a team bond and building that family. And so I think that's really helped with the success we've had.
Nice, and part of that is giving back to the community as well. You talked about being a young man. You guys have a special relationship with Special Olympics here in Colorado. Tell us about that.
Yes, we work with the Monument Warriors and Special Olympics, and we've been able to be lucky enough to work with them, help them, and give them opportunities that we get every day, but they don't get every day because of their limited abilities. And we're just able to help them, and it's been a great experience for our team and our community.
So JJ, tell me specifically, what do you do with them when you get together with the Special Olympians?
We come in here and we run them through some of the drills that we run every day in practice, and it helps a lot because it helps us put into perspective how lucky we are to be in this gym every day, and to be able to give that opportunity to another person really helps us out a lot too.
I have been a high school baseball coach, and one of the things that I like about extracurricular activities and athletics in particular is you get the opportunity to learn some life lessons in the context of a game, right? About being resilient through failure, overcoming, having to rely on other people, the benefits of hard work. What are you going to take with you from here as a senior from your athletic experience at LPHS?
It comes a lot from the Monument Warriors too, resilience, just like you said. There's a lot of kids who come out here to play and they physically just can't get the ball to the rim, but they still come out here every time we hold it, and they come out here and they shoot the ball every time, and they get happy every time it goes up, and that's just going to teach me resilience is the key to life.
Well, and life can knock you down sometimes. As you guys know, the opponents can do that. The refs can hold you down. You know, the other students cheering section can do that to you. But you got to keep trucking. That's one of the things that we know about life. Gentlemen, thanks for sharing your experience with us here this morning. Mikey and JJ, we appreciate it. We will be back right after this.
We're wrapping up our We Are Tri-Lakes week. We are Southern Colorado. Matt, you probably explored the most.
I would say so.
Do you have a favorite spot from this week?
Oh, man, it's all awesome. What I loved about it is everywhere we went, the people were genuine, they were kind, they were awesome. There was something unique about every little spot we went to. We saw the same thing around here today within the school, so all of it was amazing. And I'm not going to pick one thing because we are Tri-Lakes and we love the Tri-Lakes.
And you ate good this week, too.
I did eat good this week. I probably need to go do a little bit of extra running here today, but it was worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Huge shout out to Lewis Palmer District and Lewis Palmer High School for having us this morning and letting us come invade their space for the morning, especially right before spring break.
Yeah, something that the two mayors that we had and talked about was the emphasis in community and family here, and I think that we really saw that firsthand this week.
Yeah, and that thread really runs through the entire community regardless of where we went. So that's what makes Southern Colorado great.
Yep.
All right, we'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday morning.